Hola y bienvenidos al podcast del mundo pequeño. Yo soy tu anfitrión, Chris Long.
C. Told you I was going to do that. Austin Newborn.
Nathaniel Pearson.
Wow.
And with us this week we have...
Ben Maines.
Nice.
Thank you for coming, Ben.
What's going on?
How you feeling?
Chilling.
How many people are going to check their language settings?
Yeah.
Platform
I
at
thought this
first?
podcast said it was in English.
Look, if you start with episode 14...
Yeah, we
something's
got
wrong
some
with you.
issues here already, so it doesn't matter.
Is the team going to be Russian?
Ooh.
No.
What other... I mean, we have a
map.
plethora of
It's going to be in
languages.
Mongolian next time.
Mongolian?
Yes, like the beef podcast.
That's very...
That's appropriating.
very
Pretty sure that's
questionable.
cultural appropriation.
I'm pretty sure that's how Genghis Khan sounded.
Yes.
Close enough.
Because
Close enough.
I watched Night at the Museum. I know exactly what Genghis Khan sound
Night at the
like.
museum.
History buffs be like.
The Ben Stiller
Well,
classic.
actually, this is what he sounded like.
Shout out to Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, if you ever want to be on the pod.
The Robin Williams version or the Teddy Roosevelt version?
I don't think we're able to get either of them.
This is true.
They're both equally great.
Yeah, this is true. I like the Robin Williams version better, though.
than the actual...
And the actual president.
Yeah, because it's Robin Williams.
Anyway, how you
Yeah.
doing, Ben?
I'm here, man. I've-
I bet you're tired, huh?
oh, dude, it's been a blast, though.
Yeah. So, this, I promise, for our listeners that don't care, this will be the last episode that features someone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
I promise.
The last
But-
ever or the last
Because
time being?
me and Nate, we are experts at Yu-Gi-Oh! We know
You-
everything about Yu-Gi-Oh!
At this point, you might as well be. But,
Yeah.
that being said, this week we have the most competitive player
Ever?
possible. So,
Oh, possible.
that we're able to get.
Okay.
So,
Are you the best player ever? Is this what he's insinuating?
something
That's
like
what
that.
he's insinuating. I wouldn't say
Oh,
that.
okay.
But Ben does play competitively.
To be
Oh, okay.
fair, I did beat Gerald yesterday.
Nice.
Gerald is top tier talent.
Take that, Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald, you're not
Nah.
welcome on the pod.
Nah.
At least not for a little
Loser.
bit. of time.
Yeah, we have to wait a little while. You can come on later.
That moment when you draw a D shifter and statue.
That's
Yes.
full combo. That is full combo for his deck.
Right, Nate?
Oh man. Anyway, we'll get into the Yu-Gi-Oh a little bit later. So Ben, where are you from? Tell us a little bit about.
All right, so originally from Windsor, Connecticut.
Ooh.
Currently live in Goldsboro
Nice.
by way of the military. So did that for 8 years.
Gotcha. What was the upbringing like in Connecticut?
Just a single kid. Mom and dad still together. I don't know, simple life, no problems really. I don't know.
Nice. Very Connecticut.
Yeah,
Very-
Very Connecticut.
nothing really special, man. I don't know what to say about it.
You have a tattoo of Connecticut, don't you?
Oh, right, I do. It's where I live.
I thought it was-
it's always home.
I thought it was Montana the first time I
Yeah,
saw it.
exactly. I said it was Montana.
Oh, yeah, hold it up for the camera. Let them see.
Let's see Connecticut.
I don't know. Can it see it over here?
Put it, okay, wave it over. It'll be upside
It's gonna
down.
be upside. Okay,
There
now
you go.
now they're gonna think it's Montana because it's gonna be upside down.
This is true.
That
But-
just proves it looks like Montana.
I mean, the tattoo's bigger than Connecticut, so.
real size.
Actual size.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man. I can't say nothing because, I mean, Rhode Island. I mean, they're a little bit bigger, right?
Connecticut.
No, Connecticut's
You're
bigger than
from
Rhode
Rhode
Island.
Island?
No.
Oh, I was about to say. I
No,
didn't know
I-
this
He's
was
from Kentucky.
No.
Okay.
What?
No,
he's from
that
West
irritated.
Virginia. He's from Florida. No, it just changes every day.
It does change. You're
I'm from all
Georgia.
over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't claim it, though.
Oh. All right.
What did Georgia do to you?
Nothing. I lived there for like 5 years. That doesn't count.
Is it, what?
I was
Where were you
there.
born?
Georgia.
Okay.
I mean, I was born in South Carolina, but
And that's why we don't talk to Nate during the podcast. No, just kidding. We just got the 3-state lineup.
Yeah.
Great success. Anyway, I've been saying that all week. I need to stop.
Yes, you do. That's copyright, probably.
How?
I don't know.
That's not copyright.
I don't think it's
I don't know.
copyright.
They sued people for painting a Mustang silver, so I don't know.
What?
Yeah, this is the thing. But this is off topic. That's for a different discussion.
This is
So,
for like the Q&A episode or something.
yeah,
down
for
the
a
road.
Q&A.
When the
that might be
Mustangs are the
happening
topic
at
of
some point.
discussion.
So Connecticut.
About that.
Great segue.
What was the weather like in Connecticut?
Oh, dude, it like ranges from like hot sweltering summers to like nor'easter winters. Like,
Okay.
I've driven through like blizzards that are like going like 6 feet tall and whatever.
Wow.
I don't know. It's pretty wild, but it'll always be home.
Gotcha.
So,
What is life like in Connecticut? Because I've been to Connecticut once, and I stayed at a Red Roof Inn, and everything was red. It's really red at Red Roof Inn. That's all I remember of
brand.
Connecticut.
the best I can describe it is it's expensive.
It's expensive.
And it's honestly no different than here.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just in general, it's just more expensive.
So Connecticut, kind of like North Carolina, but expensive.
Yes.
I like it.
Oh man,
That works.
What? So like, I'm a little bit geographically challenged. What's like the nearest big city to Connecticut?
New York City.
New York. Okay.
Oh,
That
is it?
makes
I thought it'd be
sense.
like Philadelphia.
No.
Oh, well,
That's
he's
more
from there
That's
now.
more south.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything
Gotcha.
about
How
it.
far is it from New York City?
It's 3 hours.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like-
New Haven.
like
Yeah, that's
us
like right
driving
across
to
from it.
Greensboro.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, I know where New Haven is.
Gotcha. So did you went to school all throughout high school in Connecticut? And
High school
everything?
and college, yeah.
Gotcha. Where'd you go to college?
Manchester Community.
Ooh.
Nice.
Shouts
That
out to
sounds-
Manchester U.
That just sounds nice.
Does
It's-
sound nice.
That sounds like a top tier community college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It
right
was
number
alright.
one, Manchester Community.
Manchester Community College, and then you got
Wilson Community College.
Nash Community College.
Nash Community.
welcome to Nash Technical Institute. Oh man. So how did you end up in the Air Force?
So I graduated from Manchester, got a degree. It's just general studies, but I have one. Then I was working at a gas station for about like 2 or 3 years. And then eventually down the line, like towards the end of that, I was like, man, what am I going to do with my life? And I kind of just questioned it for about a week, talked to some family members. And then my uncle, basically, he was like, well, have you considered the military? And he started sending me links for both the Navy and the Air Force, both of which I believe is like the best branches. And one thing led to another. I started talking to a recruiter, and then literally like the second meeting I was with the recruiter, I was like, let's just do this.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I signed all the papers that day, did like the ASVAB that day, got like top 90%.
Wow.
Could pick any job. Somehow ended up in maintenance.
Ah.
It's like I can do anything. Maintenance.
But yeah, no, it was really quick, but way better than working at a gas station for sure.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
What was how long were you in the military for?
8 years.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
8 years. Was it March of 2014 to late February of 2022?
Gotcha.
So like just short, but yeah, 8 years.
And where
Oh,
were you
wow.
stationed at?
Seymour Johnson.
Okay, cool. Shout out to North Carolina, all the military bases.
Yep.
Yeah. There's quite a few of them.
So, I heard you say, did you say Air Force and Navy are the two best branches?
So in my opinion, based on like if you want to be more taken care of and more like, I guess you could say relaxed. Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, because you made a lot of Marines mad out there with that.
Oh, I don't
statement,
care. They
so-
can have their crayons and eat them.
Oh.
I'll sit in this chair all day. That's fine.
Oh.
Ben is very aware of all the Air Force memes.
Yeah. I was kind of waiting for a crayon comment. I was like, it's coming.
Don't worry, I got you. You need purple or green?
There
Are
you
we
go.
sponsored by Crayola now?
Crayola.
Crayola, if you ever
Hey,
want to
shout
come
out-
on the pod.
Shout out Chuck. I forgot to bring the crayons to the regional yesterday, but I'll bring them to the next event.
There you go.
Shout out to Chuck. So, did you do maintenance the entire time you were in?
Yeah, so I worked hydraulics, specifically on, we worked 3 airframes over the time I was there, F-15s, 16s, and A-10s. I didn't work directly on the aircraft, but all the parts would come into the shop, we'd overhaul them, and then send them out.
So you worked on the Burts.
Yes.
That's what I know the A-10 is, just Burt.
No, yeah, but basically hydraulics, basically anything on the plane that physically moves, like all the panels, the landing gears, and also to include brakes. Overhaul, repair, fix, send it out, make it go again.
All the important stuff.
Yeah.
So did you get the whole plane in, or just like the part?
Yes, they just pulled
Okay.
the whole plane.
There it
No, they physically took the part off, sent it in, and then we had to
Okay.
fix that.
I didn't know. It's a legitimate question.
They have a little shop and they have to pull the whole plane. No.
I didn't know. I don't know how big this shop is. I don't have a frame of reference.
So when I say a shop, it's like think physically a shop, like a White Dragon.
Okay,
It's not a whole hangar.
gotcha.
Yeah.
See, like, because when you think Air Force, you're just
I-
naturally like, yeah, hangar.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it like an auto repair shop where you just have a plane pull in and you're like, what can we do for you today?
I need an oil change.
You walk in.
Do planes get oil changes?
So that would probably fall under like the fuels category. There are certain fluids that need to be changed. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm uncertain of that one.
So what made you decide to get out of the military?
More or less the stress of it all with it and whatever. And also there's better opportunities on the outside with like the knowledge that I have now.
Nice.
For example, right now I'm working for Collins Aerospace,
Yeah.
making pretty much the exact same amount that I do in with less stress and less work that I have to do.
Gotcha.
So
Nice.
That's always nice.
yeah.
So what do you do now?
Basically, I'm a test technician over there. Work more electronic parts than anything, but in a nutshell, all I do is flip switches.
That's a pretty good gig right there. That's a pretty good gig.
Flip switch. Does light go on? Sure. Okay, flip the switch back.
What if the light doesn't come on?
Oh, we gotta fix it then. Tap it a little bit, maybe it comes on.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
You
Pilot
open the
calls you in the
troubleshooting
air.
manual.
It's not working.
Like-
Did you try turning the plane off and on again?
Oh man. So have you always been like technical in working with your hands?
So actually, I would say no. Like prior to the Air Force, I was not like this at all. I wasn't handy. I wasn't mechanically inclined. I wasn't anything like that. I would definitely say the Air Force definitely changed my life. Like I wouldn't say 180, but it added that aspect of it to it.
Gotcha.
And I would say definitely for the better because now I have those sets of skills for life.
Nice.
Whether I choose to use them going forward or choose a completely different path in life.
Cool.
Awesome.
So that's probably a bad question. I was gonna ask, do you plan on staying with your company, or do you have like goals beyond? But I
We'll
don't
leave
want
that
it.
one.
Listen.
Yeah, I was
We'll
about
leave
to-
that one.
I was about to say I don't want it to make it sound like you're just trying to leave your company.
Shout
No
out Collins
comment.
Aerospace. They're a good place.
Oh man. So what outside of that are kind of the next things in life for you? What do we have going on now?
Just right now, I don't know, man. Just chilling, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, chilling with the boys, and working
Gotcha.
like Monday through Friday.
There you
the
go.
late
Sounds like a
shift.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like I have a friend in the Army that does helicopter maintenance and like work.
Okay.
But
Okay.
It's a little bit of whole different branch, whole different machine, but I
Yeah.
guess there's some
Probably similar idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you.
which I know I have someone else I went to high school with. I don't think they did maintenance, but they had a plane come in, and the plane, something happened where like I guess they were working on it and it like started to tilt,
Ooh.
and he had to hold the wing up for several hours. Like, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like the full weight of a plane because that's not possible, but like keep it balanced, and it caused like permanent back issues for him,
Oh wow.
like for the rest of his life.
I mean, I relate to that. I mean, the VA pays me for my back because I had surgery on it while I was in.
Oh, wow.
So I relate to that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Was that directly related to your service?
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Oh yeah. I had a herniated disc, and then they basically just cut it out and whatever. But yeah, VA's good.
Okay, I was about to ask if you had problems with the VA because I know that's like a big talking point.
So directly me, no.
Hmm.
Knock on wood, at least not yet. I don't know.
There you go.
There it is.
Found it.
There it is. Yeah, not yet. But from what I've heard from a lot of friends and a lot of people, yeah, it can cause problems.
Gotcha.
Mm.
What's something that you notice on the outside that you wouldn't have known on the inside from being out of it, if that question makes sense?
Something that I notice right now
That you wouldn't have noticed being in it. So like,
In the military? Like-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't
so-
understand.
let me try to rephrase it.
Come on, Chris. Journalism.
I should have had,
saying,
I should
were
have had
there
better
any,
questions ready.
like preconceived notions or notions you didn't have before entering the military that are now more clear to you now, or you learned something on the insides of it?
Something like that.
Can we make this simpler for me?
We'll chop this part out.
That's okay. That's all right.
What am I trying to ask here?
That is a good question.
So
Like I
Well,
half understand it, and then you confuse me.
we're gonna cut this part out, and then I will restart from point with my question.
Okay.
So you know how when you're in something, you have one view of it, but as soon as you get out, your perspective on it changes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is there okay? How do I ask that in a simpler question?
that was pretty good right there.
Yeah, the way you asked it was.
Yeah, but I don't want it to sound like the military is a cult, you know?
I thought it was.
It kind of is, honestly.
All right.
Kind of is. Like,
Okay, I was asking the front side of the question. You're asking more.
You
than
go
that.
ahead with yours.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm not cutting this out.
So, yes, we are cutting this out. We're chopping this up because this
I'll
was
roll with it. I think it's hilarious.
That's
terrible
pretty good.
journalism.
This is good.
Terrible journalism.
Perfect.
I'm too insecure about it.
Yeah, this is definitely staying in now.
No! I don't even remember how I asked the question. Okay. So you know how sometimes when you're inside of something, you have one perspective of it, but when you get
Giggity.
out... What?
Giggity.
When you get out, your perspective on it changes. Are there any things related to the military that you saw that in?
So yeah, for sure. I guess like being in, you have like some notions of like how things are and like the stressors and like I can't really say anything directly, but like being out now, it's like, okay, this happened for a reason, and I understand it more so now why it happened. I guess one thing in particular would be like making rank or whatever, like why I didn't / couldn't versus like being out now, like actually seeing why and whatever, and like seeing like and understanding why it possibly could be. That was one of the things I did like during like my last week was I talked to like some higher ranking people, and I was talking to them about that. Like that was like one of the things I regretted while I was in was like not being able to progress further than I did. And but no, yeah, to me it makes sense now. It's like why things are the way they are.
Gotcha. Do you want to go a little bit deeper on that or leave that where
We'll
it
leave
is?
that one.
Okay, sounds good. So outside of the military, you also have another hobby, right? You race.
Oh yeah, Spartan races. So yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's like if I had to explain, it's like just like a big kids obstacle course. The whole concept behind it is like the short one. Actually, I just did like 2 weeks ago. The sprint. It's like 5 kilometers and it has like 20 obstacles in it. And you just ordinarily, anyways, you go through like fields and mud holes and everything, and along the way you have to complete obstacles. But no, yeah, it's a great time.
What are some of the obstacles? I've never seen a Spartan race, so I don't know what they entail.
Fair enough. They have like cargo nets. They have like 100-pound ball carry that you have to go down like 100 feet and then back. What else? They have like a spear throw, a fire jump at the end. God, what else? Yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. You got me on that one.
Do they
That's
like?
cool.
Do they change them up like depending on race to race, or is it like a standard?
So kind of actually. It's standardized per length. So like the sprint will generally have the same ones, but as you get to the longer lengths, like I'm signed up for a super later on in the year and also a beast. The super being again longer than a sprint, beast longer than a super. They add more obstacles to them and more difficult ones.
Sounds intense.
Yeah.
How does one learn about Spartan races?
Either through friends or Spartan.com.
You just accidentally type Spartan.com on your computer one day. You're like, what's this?
This looks fun. So how long is the longest race?
They actually have one longer than a beast, which is called an ultra beast. Apparently that's actually like I think it's 50 kilometers.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 60 obstacles. Basically, they make you do at least 2 laps around.
That's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever be on my list of things to do.
I think I'm gonna struggle with 50 feet.
I think one obstacle is good for me.
There you go. So how'd you get into Spartan races though?
So actually, that's actually really good. I like that one. It started off late 2018. I got into like a bad breakup or whatever. It wasn't really mutual. And then 2019, I had a couple coworkers at the time when I was in the Air Force, and they were just talking about going to one and whatever, and I just kind of tagged along with. And it was my first one, and I had a blast and just got addicted to it right away.
Nice.
Like, I don't know what it is, just about like just keeping going and keeping progressing and running through like obstacles, like kind of like comparable to like obstacles in life and whatever.
Yeah.
But you just do them, and if like obviously if you can't do them, like it is what it is, you can't do them, but you walk around, you still progress past that obstacle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you need to help Spartan create an ad of it being a metaphor for life
There you
to
go.
like pitch from.
Now the Spartan, because I'm familiar with Tough Mudders. I haven't done one, but I've always watched people do them. Do they have the thing in Tough Mudder? They have these like electrical lines.
So I think I've seen videos of Tough Mudder also, because I've looked up like other ones like Tough Mudder and what is it, Savage Race, I think.
Yeah.
No, I think that is what is it called, unique to Tough Mudder.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like, if I remember right, that's like their end of the race thing. It's like the electrical lines.
Yeah.
I've been curious to try a Tough Mudder because of that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if I run that, am I gonna like fall on my face?
Have you all seen that?
I have not.
So in the Tough Mudder, you walk through this. It's a long corridor, basically, with a bunch of wires hanging down.
Mhm.
And if you get zapped by one, it tenses up every muscle in your body and you collapse.
Oh yeah, it's literally like
So
what is that, like a taser or something?
yeah, it's like a taser.
Yeah.
So, and that's the end of the race. So you're already tired. You're kind of going down, and then you have to run through this mud pit with electrical wires.
I don't want to see
So,
the list
yeah.
of waivers you have to sign to participate in that one.
I just scroll up and then sign.
It's
Like, yeah, let me run. I want to go.
Oh, okay, we're good.
So how many have you done?
Somewhere between 5 and 6. I don't know.
Gotcha.
What's the
Between that's 5.5. I guess that's a bad number. We'll say 5. It's probably 5.
Five.
what's the best
5.5.
result you got?
So there's not really. Are you talking about like time or like?
Yeah, best time.
Hour and a half, I think.
Hour and a half.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah. Because I've only completed sprints right now, so you could say that. But yeah, hour and a
Okay.
half.
that's pretty good.
What was I gonna say? In comparison to the electrical wires, though, Spartan does have the barbed wire crawl.
Oh yeah.
So it's literal barbed wire. Like it's not like fake stuff or anything. Like, and you have to like crawl. It's like a good like 100 to 200 yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember the first picture I saw of a Spartan race was somebody who got tangled in it,
Oh
Ugh.
jeez.
and I was like, whoa. Yep.
So do you have any aspirations to do any other kind of, like, I know you mentioned Tough Mudder.
Tough Mudder, Savage Race, anything else like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still looking into it. I know there was another one. What was the race called? I can't think of it, but it has like a logo of like a monkey. I can't remember the terrain race.
Yeah.
There was one up in Connecticut over the summer. I was thinking about doing that one. Other than that, I'll just look into Tough Mudder and Savage Race possibly.
Gotcha. Have you ever thought about like Iron Man or anything like
No.
No.
There's like this line where it's like, all right, I'll be right here. This stuff is over here.
Now there is one race. It's not that well known, but it's a race you have to bike, kayak, and hike, basically, which usually turns into a cross country because you're running. But they literally give you a list of coordinates, and they give a different list of coordinates to every racer, and they have to find it. And they have to find. There's an official there to check you off that you've been there.
What is this, The Amazing Race?
No, I don't know what it is, but it's like a 6-hour race, and they usually recommend going with somebody because you might get lost in the woods. But
But
Where's
it's
this
just
at?
2 people lost in
Say
the
what?
woods.
Where's this at?
I forget where it's at. It's all over the country, and I forget the name of it. But I knew one person who did it, and they're like, they did Spartan too, and then they did that
That's
race,
pretty
and they're
wild.
like, I'm doing Spartan again. I'm not doing that. So,
Wow.
That's insane.
yeah, you just get lost in the woods for fun.
That's very Austin.
Never came back.
That is on brand for Austin.
Yeah.
My question for that is, how do they compare the difficulty? You know,
To other races or
because if different coordinates means it's a different race for each person, how do they know that one's not like more difficult?
well,
than
it's
the
the same coordinates for everybody. Like everybody gets the same list. That you just have to go to the certain ones different times.
Oh, okay. I was about to say if they had them going to like completely different areas.
Grandma just has to cross the river, but
Yeah.
Billy has to go up Mount Pleasant.
But they basically do that you can't just follow each other. If you're following each other, there's no point.
There's
of
no
it.
point,
So,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That does sound like the Amazing Race, though.
something like that.
So speaking of hobbies,
Huh.
we're here, guys. Just
Yep.
deal with it.
Okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
we can have our own
Oh, yeah, here
conversation
we go.
over here.
So you've been playing for how long?
So I essentially started when the game started back in like, I don't know, what was it, 99 or
Yeah.
early 2000s. Started just collecting as a kid when the show kicked off. Started more playing around 2005. Not really competitive, but my middle school had like a card club essentially. Like every Friday we'd stay after and play.
Nice.
But then I actually started getting competitive about 2012. Started playing at a local shop in Connecticut called Most Excellent. And
Bill and Ted.
yeah, ever since Most Excellent Adventure. Ever since, I've just been playing competitive. So actually about 10 years now.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the crowning achievement of your playing career?
Oh, geez. I would say actually the invite I got in 2019 at Charlotte, where I played 9 rounds, and 5 out of the 9 rounds were local people.
Wow.
And then that year we went to nationals also over in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, that kind of collective 6 months was. It might not have been like the best result possible, like it wasn't top 8 or anything, but like it was fun because I got to like experience it like with friends and everybody.
For
Nice.
sure. How many events have you been to between like YCSs and regionals?
Countless. I can't count. I literally cannot.
So Ben right now is kind of on the great race. There was a regional in Richmond yesterday, and there's one in Connecticut next week.
That's a YCS next week.
Or YCS, yeah. Either way, he's on the great race. He's going to all of them.
Oh wow.
That's insane.
Which
So-
is
With these gas prices?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Send it.
So-
I just had to refill the car yesterday after Richmond.
I hope Colby gave you some gas money towards it.
He's good.
Oh man, yeah, we were at White Dragon last night. It was about 11:30. Me and Rob were about to leave, and then a car just pulls up. We were like, "We're getting robbed." This is the end.
We're getting robbed, Rob.
Wow.
And then Ben pulls up. Oh, we're like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, it's just me. Just coming home from Richmond.
He said, I didn't know where else to go.
We had to drop off Barbie anyways.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was the drop-off spot.
The drop off
Yeah.
at 12.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, I want to go to a regional. I haven't been to one.
That's what we need to do. We need to get you to one.
I know.
There you
South
go.
Carolina, June.
What's
There
the
you
date?
go.
June 18th.
Maybe.
It's a
Juneteenth.
Saturday even.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm there.
Hell yeah.
Why is Chris missing from today's episode?
All right, guys. So you heard it here first. There will not be a recording June 18th.
There you go. Chris on location in South Carolina.
On location.
location.
No, we said we're done with Yu-Gi-Oh players after today.
We promise.
We have to have some variety.
Yeah.
So you're our, how many episodes have we done? 13?
This
is
is 14.
14. You're our 11th white male that we've had on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's time to branch out a little bit, try to get some diversity.
Yeah.
But you're-
Native Americans.
Yeah, you're pretty diverse. You're old.
Oh,
I'm just
thank
kidding.
you.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Am I the oldest one though?
Probably.
What? I'm 25, almost 26.
Ye old 30.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
I meant
Yeah.
on the. Oh
Your
no, my dad
dad.
was on.
Oh, on the
Oh.
podcast.
Yeah, he's like
Oh,
47.
Okay. Whoops, just
Oops.
gave my.
I
I
didn't
completely
realize.
forgot about that.
We have a nice beard to no beard balance in this room
We do.
right now.
Nice.
Team Beard.
Yeah, there you go.
Team can't grow a beard. Team would have a beard if capable.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, cool. So what's your plans competitively for this upcoming season?
Besides to win.
True.
There you go.
Yes.
So actually, I'm thinking about for next week's YCS, not actually really being competitive with that at all. Probably not play Flunder, surprisingly. Trickstar just came back. So
gotcha.
might just have some fun with it. Just see how far I can go with that. And then if I like scrub out of it early, just go and do regional flights and maybe sneak in a win with Trickstar.
That would be fun.
That would be.
Is that your all-time favorite deck?
I actually wouldn't say all-time favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
What is?
Dino Rabbit.
I've never even heard of that.
2012.
What does the deck accomplish?
Summon Rescue Rabbit,
Okay.
banish it for 2 Sabersaurs or Kravazols, make Logia, and then set 4 pass.
Okay, so protect the castle.
Yes, protect the castle.
I only understood half of that, I promise.
Okay. I understood none.
You said rabbit, right?
Yeah.
Rabbit. I got the rabbit
There's
part.
a rabbit.
Rescue
Yeah.
Rabbit. We have one in the
Rescue Rabbit?
case. Yep. We have one in the case.
Okay. I believe you.
I believe.
Is that
But,
an animal
especially-
shelter or?
What can I describe it? In today's terms, like today's meta is probably closest to Eldritch because
Gotcha.
of like the back row.
Protect the castle.
Protect castle.
So for all of our listeners that didn't understand any of that, they're in the same boat. I'm not.
We're right here with you. Right here with you. Don't worry about it.
What are your goals, like professionally? What would be the peak of the mountain for you?
Oh, the peak of the mountain. Either top 8 or win a regional, go on to Nats and in some form top Nats.
Gotcha. That would be very big.
Like top 64 or higher.
Yeah, that would be a huge accomplishment.
It would.
For sure.
It's a grind, but in the end, if I get it, that'd be awesome.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like card game competing in general to me, it's very interesting because it's not like sports where you have the same like platform every year. Like I mean, like it's obviously the same bracketing and everything, but I'm talking about like things change. There's a rotation.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it keeps it, interesting, but also you just like never know what you're gonna run into, which I think that's part of the appeal of it.
Oh yeah.
And it's also not. It's all solo performance.
What do you mean by low performance?
Solo performance.
Oh, solo performance. Yeah.
So like how well you do is up to you and chance, and that's it.
So tennis.
There you go.
Yes, sort of. Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's like tennis if the net moved every 4 weeks.
That's fun.
are there any team-based card like tournaments?
So
Like
yeah,
point
we
systems
do.
and everything?
We've done 3v3s. I think you mentioned like a tag team one at White
Yeah.
Dragon at one point. But yeah, no, there definitely are. Like the ones I've mostly been to are 3v3s where you have you have a team of 3 people, you and 2 friends, and then you play against a team of 3 people, and each player plays a 2 out of 3. But overall, the team wins if they win 2 out of 3 matches.
So you're still playing 1-on-1.
Yes, you're still playing 1-on-1.
Yeah, but I
you can
figured it-
also help each other.
Oh,
Like
help strategize.
Like if your teammate like is kind of stuck, you can talk to another team and be like, "Hey, what do you think I should do here?" Et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, I figured that it would be like some type of like not 3 people playing 3 people at the same time, but like building up either a point system or like a win system. However,
Yeah.
But tag duels, it is 2 people versus 2 people in one match, and that was a lot of fun when we did that at White
that
Dragon.
sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I remember I was there one night and y'all just lined up a 10v10 or like free for all, and I was like, "What is it?" I was just
We played a free for all, and it lasted for 5 hours.
Oh.
I was just watching the NCAA tournament.
There were
Like,
8
you
of
go.
us that
There you go.
started. It lasted 5 hours.
Wow.
God.
Now I do have a question about the big tournaments. You're driving a lot. You're
Yeah.
spending money. I'm assuming there's a prize.
Konami doesn't do cash prizes.
Oh, wait. So what do they do?
So like, I guess for this past weekend, for example, regionals, if you make top 8,
Yeah.
you get a playmat. And I think it's also if you make top 4, you get a deck box. But that's exclusively only to regionals. So those can be like a pretty penny if you want to resell them.
Oh, that's what
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
he showed me the cards. I'm like, if you win a good one,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
basically can make a lot of money.
There
right?
is monetary value in it, yes, but
Yeah.
it's not money up front.
Is there any type of, you think there's like, is it legal reasons that they don't
Probably
do that? Or?
Konami, something like that.
Yeah.
So any
Company
shop that
credits.
is called an OTS store stands for official tournament store. they can't do cash prizes because they're officially sponsored by Konami.
Oh.
Konami is the company that prints everything for
Yeah.
our ignorant listeners. Ignorant in like the legitimate sense of the word, meaning not
I
knowing.
hear the
not,
viewership just going
Oh
down.
my gosh. When I said ignorant, I meant in the actual literal term, not knowing what it means.
Okay.
I'm mansplaining.
Yes.
Anyway.
You know what ignorant means, Chris?
Just called them idiots and then I'd explain, this is what an idiot is.
This is what idiot means, idiot.
Oh man.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh,
I don't know. The
OTS.
viewers are gone now.
Doesn't matter what we talk about now.
Ronald's still here. Hey, Ronald.
Hi, Ron.
Anyway, so OTS stores are officially sponsored by Konami, which is why they can't give out cash support.
Yeah.
But stores that aren't sponsored by Konami are able to do cash tournaments.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just a little bit frowned upon.
So just give cards, and then if you want money, sell the card, basically.
Yes.
Okay,
Or
that's easy enough.
deck
Yeah.
boxes, play mats, dice.
Yeah.
The accessories, like the bougie accessories, resell for stupid amounts
Well, there you go.
because they're
makes
so
sense.
exclusive.
It's really an ingenious system because you know what those people's interests are. They can trade them in for store credit, and you still get the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's a flawless system.
There you go. It's its own little capitalistic system within
Right.
Konami. Nice.
Yep.
That's when it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've been playing at White Dragon for a while now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to say since it opened or a little bit after that. Yeah.
Would you call it your home locals?
One of them, yes, for sure.
One of them.
So I have to say
House
one.
multiple.
All right, where I live is like, all right, I live about 30 minutes south of Wilson, so
Mhm.
it'll be one of the closest locals for sure. But then I've also been going to the Greenville locals
Gotcha.
like
Yeah.
longer. So well played out there also has my heart.
Gotcha.
And now Smithfield, they just opened up one,
Yep.
and it's relatively close, about the same distance as
Mhm.
Wilson. Big boy games.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get them going. They also have a piece of me, so I got 3.
Wow.
Split heart.
Love triangle.
Yeah.
It's intense.
A love triangle, but it's actually a love square.
Here's the game
Yes.
plan. You need to open you some type of personally owned Yu-Gi-Oh related business so your gas is taxed right off.
There you go. There you go.
Hey CJ, you see, it's a good idea.
Now,
Yeah, CJ.
what is interesting is that there are talks. I don't know if I can say this on the pod yet or not, but there are talks to start a team for White Dragon games to like play together as a unit.
Mm,
So if that happens, there will be jerseys.
mm.
Wow.
If that happens,
There
we'll
you
see.
go.
Sorry, Rob. He's not gonna listen to this. He listened to
I
his
mean,
episode.
I've
Was
heard
his episode
speculation
news
of
out?
teams for other card games in the past and never came to fruition. So
What?
there was like a hope for a Pokemon team at one point.
Oh, gotcha.
Very brief week of hope.
Now, I will say Yu-Gi-Oh is the largest community of players locally because Pokemon is more of a collector's game than a player's game.
Yes.
But Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely a player's game, and I think we at White Dragon have the benefit of being the midpoint between Greenville and Raleigh. So then players from both travel to Wilson.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's our inherent benefit.
There you go. Nice.
Anyway, this has become a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Part 69.
Oh man, how are we doing on time, Nate?
We're at 38 minutes.
38 minutes.
Getting there.
Is there anything else you want to discuss while we're here?
Not directly that I can think of, but go on.
What do you? So being in the military, there is, I think, a little bit of the culture stigmatism is that they're all very right wing, good old boy, religious. You know what I mean?
I think I understand what
Where
you're saying.
do we stand on that spectrum?
Where do I stand? Like, am I that?
I mean, like those topics, yes.
Like, are you?
I'm confused.
I am.
Religion, politics. Where do we stand?
Oh,
if you're
like,
comfortable
just
talking about it,
personally?
yeah.
Okay, so like religion, I grew up Roman Catholic, but I don't practice it anymore really.
Gotcha.
Like, but it'll always be like what my faith is.
Gotcha.
Politics, I don't like to get into.
Good
That's
answer.
the
Good
answer.
answer.
You know what?
I have my likes and my dislikes, but I'm not going to force them on somebody else.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, 100% agree.
So
Great success.
there's that.
There you go.
Uh,
I'm gonna throw something at you.
Austin's so sick of hearing that.
And I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. I like what I like.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Did you have a book of questions question?
Yes.
He does.
So
Here we go.
as-
Bring the book one day.
Without the book.
One day I'm going to bring the book. but it's not gonna
Without
be
the
this week.
book.
Thank you for reminding me because I completely forgot about the book of
The
questions.
book of questions. Yeah.
Someone needs to text me next week
To bring the book of questions?
Yes, because the book is still not in studio for our listeners.
So, question: if we're constantly reminding you of your job, is it your job anymore?
If you want to come
I
get
was
the
just
book
joking.
from my
I-
house, that's
I
fine.
was just joking. I was just
Anyway,
We're gonna go to Chris's house after this.
yeah.
please don't, because I'm not.
Oh God.
I'll go talk to your family.
All right, so today's question is question number 8.
Ooh.
If you could, this question's
Oh
funny.
Lord, here goes.
If you
Oh.
could anonymously and safely destroy any one person's reputation online through various postings,
Oh.
would you? If so, who and why?
Anonymously and safely destroy somebody's rep online.
How do you safely destroy someone's reputation?
Yeah.
I think it means safely for you.
So no repercussion.
Yeah.
Nice.
No repercussions? Yes. Absolutely. Because if it's anonymously, absolutely.
No.
Who am I going to say? No.
Exactly. That's what was so funny because it's like, if you could do this anonymously, who would it be? It's not anonymous anymore.
Nope. Nothing.
As long as they're outside of podcast viewership. Well, I mean, for me, I want to say no, but it's kind of like hard to pass up that opportunity. But I'm gonna lean towards no because I wouldn't want someone doing that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it this way though. I can't think of anybody I would do that to, but if I had to, I want them to know who did it. Like that was me.
That's all, like if they could know who did it, but
Claim
no one
credit for
else,
it.
that would be.
No, I'm gonna claim credit for it. What happened to your computer?
Oh, it just.
Oh, I just panicked.
Oh, no.
I just
We haven't been
Oh,
recording
heart
this
attack.
whole time.
It just does that. It gives a screensaver.
Okay, I
mode.
almost died.
Uh,
So, if I could anonymously destroy someone's career, I would. And let me tell you why Pete Davidson would. For forever.
You know what? I wasn't even thinking celebrity. I was thinking like friends.
Nah.
That's hilarious.
You're destroying a friend's career?
Are they
I
really
don't
your
know,
friend?
man. Like that was like the first thing that came to my mind was like just close circle of friends. I didn't even think of celebrity. That's hilarious.
Coming for you, Rob.
All right, so Pete Davidson, listen. We used to be cool, right?
Yeah.
You made that movie about your dad dying in 9/11, whatever.
Yep. SNL, all that stuff.
That's really not a
SNL,
whatever statement, but okay.
Whatever. SNL, cool. Listen, where you messed up was you started dating another man's wife.
Yeah.
And for that, I would anonymously destroy your career.
There you go.
Objection, Your Honor.
Objection, hearsay.
Can we talk about that for a minute? That's like been going on in the news cycle.
Oh yeah, I've
Can
been
we
watching it.
destroy
I've been
Amber
watching it
Heard?
every day.
Okay, no,
I really
take
have.
it back. I would destroy Amber Heard's reputation.
Okay. Amber Heard. Yeah. Well, I think she already destroyed her own.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
I'm taking
Yeah.
out Pete because
But it's
I
just the
rep my
fact
boy
that you
Ye.
drag someone else down with you. I mean, not saying he's perfect, but there's not enough evidence to back this to her claims. Like,
No,
so-
Nah, there's
There's
nothing.
none.
yeah, exactly.
She got caught lying under oath about
multiple
the money
times?
the money she donated.
That's a
The,
that's a
the
crime in
money,
itself, isn't it?
the
Like, I mean,
the makeup palette, which wasn't
Yeah.
even created then.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's so much.
Yeah. Can't you
It
be
must
held
be
in
nice to be
contempt of court
rich.
at that point?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, so she could have criminal charges on her after this.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Ooh.
but she's
That sounds
also
fun.
rich and a celebrity, so you know.
Yeah, but
I mean-
a celebrity that nobody likes anymore.
True.
It's like, I'm not going to name them, but there's a few people who, you know, are no longer liked by the mainstream. They would put them in
Skeet
prison.
Davidson, I'm coming for
They
you.
would put them in prison quick if
Did
they
you
could.
hear that?
now.
Like
Oh, yeah.
people don't want to go see Aquaman anymore because Amber's in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Like, I don't understand how she doesn't lose her role in that movie, but
I don't
Johnny Depp
understand
is
that
getting
either.
replaced in Pirates of the Caribbean for the future.
You can't
Yeah.
do
also,
that.
Ezra
So
Miller.
actually, I heard that he could be coming back for that sixth
I
one.
hope so. I
Yeah,
mean,
that'd
it's
be
just,
good.
I mean,
It
they
would
were
be-
talking about Margot Robbie being the main
No.
character.
It
in
would
the
be a
future.
weird franchise without.
Johnny.
Johnny.
And they were
himself.
talking about like
Yeah.
on the Disney ride replacing him, and you know how much money that would take just
a
to.
lot.
I mean, not that Disney cares. I mean, they're
No.
Disney is
It's
a money
Disney.
machine.
Disney's already getting boycotted. If they did that, everybody would just boycott them.
Yeah.
So that'd be over for them. They'd be Disney World closed down this year.
Speaking of Disney, have y'all seen the new Doctor Strange movie?
yes.
I heard it was. They said that they added too many jokes. They should have just let it be.
So I have not, but I heard like many things where it's like meh.
Well,
Yeah.
here's my I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if
All right,
you like,
spoiler alert for everyone.
if you like
listening.
if you like Sam Raimi movies, you'll like the new Doctor Strange movies. If you don't like Sam Raimi movies, you're probably gonna walk out hating it.
There you go.
So I mean,
Nice.
and I'm indifferent on it. I enjoy the movie. I'm a Marvel fan, and Sam Raimi stuff is neither here nor there for me. So I mean, I found it to be okay. I mean, there was just some stuff that's very campy, if y'all know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
It's like corny, but not like quite to the point of
Oh,
it being
okay, okay.
cringy. It's like just almost like it's like
Borderline
corny as a
cringe.
stylistic choice. Like you chose to go with that, you know.
It was an hour and 35 minutes of meh, and then 15 minutes of S tier movie.
Oh, wow.
I'm very serious.
There were some points, and I was like, "This is great."
I've
Yeah.
noticed something though. So Marvel used to be always up here quality wise, and DC was always just like hanging around. They kind of do this, but I've noticed this trend recently. There's
For our listeners, DC is
starting to catch up
It's
again.
starting to catch up, and the Batman movie recently, I was like, they're about to overtake their quality. And then I watched the Spider-Man movie after the Batman movie. I was like, that was kind of garbage, and the Batman movie.
You
was
didn't like
not.
Spider-Man?
I did not like the
Oh,
new
I love
Spider-Man.
Is that
What?
because, Is that because probably like what is it? Iron Man and Captain America, they both like left or whatever.
Yeah, well, they're getting rid of some of the good actors. They're changing the stories up, and they're becoming a little too much. Like metaverse. I'm like, okay, cool, but like let's just make people's brain hurt and not explain it. That's not a story.
think-
That's just making people's head hurt.
The thing is, DC has kind of split themselves. They still have their main superhero movies, but they also have this whole list of artisan films. So now you have Joker,
Yeah.
then you have the Batman,
Did
and
you
they're
say
both.
Yoker?
Joker.
I said the Joker.
You said Yoker.
I thought I heard yogurt.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna say nothing because I figured it out.
That sounds like the Amish
Yeah,
Joker or
Joker.
something. Hey, my name's Joker.
We got that strawberry
Joker.
yogurt.
But anyway,
No one cared who I was.
I think-
Then I put on the map. Oh wait, that's Bane.
That's bad.
Marvel on the other
Bang
hand is in a
show.
very.
Nate's never gonna make this point.
I'm trying to think of an Amish person saying, "Want to know how I got these scars?"
I don't know how I got these scars.
My father.
But I
My
was gonna
father, Jebediah.
say- no, it's all good.
He indulged in some things.
Like radio.
He was a
took the-
heathen.
He took the sickle. Nate's done. He hates it here. Yoker. The Yoker. Coming to a theater near you.
Nate, you can get it out. Keep going. You got it.
Question for this line of thought.
You got it.
What are they gonna do? Like, what's the
You
replacement for
complete
the?
me.
What's the replacement for the shooting on the TV set? Is they gonna be in a play and he's gonna shoot somebody like for the final scene of the?
I think they're just in the barn, right?
Yeah. In the barn, yeah, that'll
You
work.
want to know what you get, Obadiah? You get what you deserve.
You went a little Irish there, but okay.
Same
some-
thing.
it's a-
Tomato, tomato.
It's a
Yeah.
melting pot. You don't you mean potato tomato?
Something like that.
Anyway, so back to my I guess my
Original.
statement. Now that I don't even care anymore. But I was gonna say Marvel. Like I think they're at a point where like they haven't really revealed where they're going yet. So that's why everything's so up in the air. But I think I've heard too. Like I listen to a lot of commentary on it. There's people that say Marvel says they just make the movies as they go. And then there's other people who believe they have it all planned out. And I think it's a mixture of both because I think they change things as things get revealed. But I mean, I think Kevin Feige's a mastermind when it comes to making money with movies. So
Yeah, I think after Infinity War, they just were like, wing it. Let's see what
I
happens.
mean, like, when you have the biggest, like, man snapped away half the universe. Spoiler alert for a 2-year-old movie.
yeah.
To be fair, I still haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
dang.
I mean,
Wow,
I think
you
the
ruined
memes
it.
have explained it by now, though.
Right.
I know about the plot through Facebook. It's fine.
There you go.
That's how I
seen the
feel about half the
memes.
Marvel movies. Like, if I'm not excited to go see it, I'm never going to watch it.
Yeah.
I've seen the first Spider-Man and the last one. All the other ones, No.
The only Marvel movies I can remember I've seen on purpose is both Deadpools and the new Spider-Man, because I grew up on Tobey Maguire. So I was like, I want to go see this.
Tobey Maguire. Yeah.
You know, at first I was like thinking, oh, you've seen that movie, Chris? I forgot we went together to see the Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
I asked Nate if he wanted to go see the new Doctor Strange, and he just he dunked on my emotional state. He just went. He goes. I've already seen it. I was like, how dare you?
I told him I would go again, though, if he wanted me to.
No, he didn't. That's a lie.
So
He's covering.
Or I meant to say that.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there.
I don't know if I did. I can't recall.
All right, Ben, go ahead.
So I said to see on purpose, though, because I actually watched one of the Avengers. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been the first one. Not on purpose. How do you do that, you ask? You called in for a drug test. While you're in the Air Force, so they put you in this room, and while you're in the room, they have like a TV and they're playing like random movies. And coincidentally, the Avengers was on.
Nice.
Start to finish, and I couldn't go to the bathroom, so I inadvertently watched the Avengers.
There you go.
Like, it's a nice plot. Wish I could pee. Oh, man. You would think they would, like, by now have more efficient ways to drug test than here's some urine, you know?
I mean, they do have blood tests, but
Yeah.
Oh.
They even have DNA tests now. They can take a piece of your hair and tell if you've had pot in the last 6 months.
I did not know that.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
So Austin is our resident make stuff up guy.
I didn't make that up.
Fact check.
No,
I didn't make that up.
That's very true.
Leonard Fournette was 27 years old with 4 kids.
One time. And I was getting players mixed up. So, one time.
Austin's our resident fake news.
I can back him up. I've read that too.
Yeah.
About Leonard Fournette?
No, drug testing.
Again, one time.
Drug testing. But they don't use those very often, but they can tell for marijuana use through your hair for several months.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is true.
This is why the podcast is about the guest, because if we ramble, then
This is what happens.
we devolve.
Yes, we do.
But that's what the Q&A episodes are for. Look out for that in the future.
Yep.
So, anyway, thanks for coming, Ben. We
Always,
appreciate it.
Always.
Do you have any parting wisdom?
Tip your waitress.
Tip
Oh,
your
yeah.
waitress.
Fair enough. That's
I
good
like
parting wisdom. How much do you tip percentage-wise?
It depends how much we fucking ramble on and just be obnoxious.
Fair enough. Makes
Chris,
sense.
Chris is more of a Bible track guy.
Aw.
I'm joking.
What do I tip? However many times they fill up my water, daggum.
Wow.
$1 per. No, I'm just kidding.
If it was anything like your sweet tea at lunch today, they got a pretty good
$3.
tip. Within like a 15-minute time
Wait,
span.
you got 3 things of sweet tea you did not learn from last week.
I did not.
He walked out saying, I feel like I'm going to throw up.
This man drank so much sweet tea last week, he went to the bathroom and threw up.
What the
Great success.
It gives me like the thoughts of, you know how like a dog will drink water until they throw up?
Yeah.
That's Chris with sweet tea.
Chris and
Do
sweet
you like
tea.
not know when you're like full or something?
No, okay, so the problem was the cups at Parker's, they're like this big.
They are
Sure.
small.
Right?
Sure.
So you're drinking tea and you don't like get a sense of how much it is.
But
I
their
do.
tea is like
see
5
the
times
picture.
sweeter than normal sweet tea.
Yes, but we were talking during the whole thing. You're not really
Wow.
conscious of how much
So
you're
you're just
drinking.
sitting there like, I'm parched. 3 later, I'm puking.
I mean, it was fine.
Usually you say
you
that
puked
with
and I felt better.
alcohol, but Chris is
That's
drinking
literally what I
tea.
was thinking. Usually that happens with alcohol.
Yeah.
Anyway, now the whole podcast knows that I
Just
have a
throwing up
problem.
with sweet
I
tea.
promise I'm not bulimic.
So what is that?
podcast
Four sweet teas? What is that, like half an alcohol?
Something like that.
Shout out CJ, half a water.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
All right, well,
Wrapping her
I
up.
think that'll do it.
That'll
On
do.
that note, so thanks again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Always.
And we will catch you viewers next week on the Small World Podcast.